Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a 5-question tarot card reading. Hello, hon. I just wanted to say thank you, and I hope you and your family are doing well. I know it's been a while since we've talked or communicated, so thank you for reaching out and purchasing. So I'm going to go to your questions here. I'm going to do a quick little prayer, and then I will start using the cards and tuning into the energy. So I'm going to do a quick little prayer now and use some Palo Santo. We ask the universe now to reveal to this client what she needs to know in this present time. We ask that the cards only bring information from God's higher purpose, God's higher intention. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information for her from the white light, from God's higher purpose and God's higher intention. Thank you. All right. Alright, so I have your questions here. Your first question is, when is my boyfriend coming home? Your name and info is confidential, so I'll only go over the questions. So let's tune into this. Alright. Got my amethyst. Okay, so we're going to start shuffling here. When is her boyfriend coming home? I'm shuffling. Interesting. Okay, so the energy I'm getting, so this card represents knowing when something's not working with you, or not sure if this is the best thing for you, or like just that uncertainty towards a certain situation. This usually represents somebody who's trying to go to higher grounds or trying to just figure themselves out if they can't figure the situation out. And then this represents a relationship. The fact that it's reversed can mean that there's issues in the relationship, or the relationship has been having just disharmony lately. And then this represents, when something is like requiring too much force or too much energy that's causing stress, maybe in the relationship or the situation. It's kind of like looking at everything that you've put your energy into and figuring out, is this worth it? So the energy I'm getting off from that question is, I feel like he will be coming home. I do feel so. I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know if it's for work, or it's because that there's issues in the relationship, or he's busy, or he's traveling. But there is this energy where it will be soon, but like there's still wishy-washy energy coming from him. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but that's something I'm just picking up from your boyfriend, that there's wishy-washy energy coming through from him, so there's not like concrete answers or concrete information. So it's kind of saying like whatever he tells you, don't always believe it, because there's a possibility that he might flake out, or he might change his mind, or he might give you a different answer. I don't know if it's because of the relationship, or I don't know if it's because he really does have work or whatnot. I do feel like he will be coming home. I just don't feel there's not a certain answer, because it's the energy your guides are giving me is that he's very wishy-washy in how it's going to happen, in what way. So it's like there's undecisiveness or uncertainty, maybe if his job is uncertain about something, or wherever he is. Maybe he's not sure when he's going to come back. Maybe it's still in the air. There's just an up in the air feeling that I can't give you a concrete answer for that because there's still uncertainty or wishy-washy energy coming through for that answer. Okay, so I'm going to ask the cards what you should do. And your next question is, will we get married? If so, when? Okay. And there's the energy, like, you can't believe everything he says. There's just something about that. And he doesn't always mean what he says because he doesn't know completely what he wants. And the energy I get, there's possibly a toxicity. There's like a negative energy to the relationship or maybe towards the situation. So for me, it can mean maybe it's fun, the relationship is fun, or like the connection, but then there's some sadness to it. There's some sadness. So it's like good, but then it's not good. That's something I'm picking up. So it's kind of like saying, to find those answers, you need to dive within yourself and ask your true higher self, is this what you want? Or, like, you have to ask the divine and dive into you within yourself, because you're a grown woman, you have your, this is your life, this is your path. I'm going to ask, will you guys get married and when? Will they get married and when? So the answer to the first question is I'm not sure. It seems like there's uncertainty, so it's like up in the air, and maybe the time and the dates will change. If he even says one date and time, maybe it'll change and he'll mean another date and time. So don't believe everything he says, and just, it's just a wait and see for that one. I feel like he will be coming home, though. I feel he will be coming home. I just don't know the exact date and time frame. Will they be getting married and when? Alright, so from a spiritual perspective, the answer to that question is I can't say yes. The answer I'm getting is like there's still stuff that has to be resolved with him. This usually represents when there's tension or there's argument or one doesn't understand the other one always, or there's misunderstanding or conflict. And this can represent when, like, there's a trapped feeling or not, feeling of not being sure of like what's happening and you feel trapped in the situation. So the energy I'm getting is like I don't see marriage. I'm being honest with you, I don't see marriage right now. I don't see marriage anytime soon. The energy I'm getting is that like things have to be resolved first. There's a lot of issues in the relationship or in the actual situation itself that has to be resolved before ever even considering that. So things that have to be resolved, things that have to be talked about or communicated. Maybe he's not communicating to you well about this. This represents like no matter what, you be yourself and you be you. Don't let anyone let you lose yourself. Like don't lose yourself in this situation or this relationship. You be you always, no matter what. Even if that person is not understanding you, don't make yourself feel like you have to become that person or you have to be a certain way for that person to accept you or love you or to marry you. It's like you be you. You're strong, you're beautiful, you're independent. You can do whatever you want. But the energy I'm getting to that is no, I don't see marriage now or anytime soon. I see that there has to be, like, things have to be resolved or talked about before that can even happen. And it's like conflict. Maybe either the person maybe doesn't like talking about it or just there's issues when he does talk about it with you, or there's like still gunk and there's still that thick energy that still has to be cleared away before that can even be talked about or thought about or even planned. So that's what I'm picking up truthfully from that question. Okay? So your next answer for will we have kids? Will they have kids? The energy I'm getting from that question now is that there's a possibility, yes, but I don't see that happening now or anytime soon because I feel like it will be too much work or it will be overwhelming. This represents when something's out of balance or it's too much to handle. So there's that energy that it would be too overwhelming right now or overwhelming to for that to even take place or to occur. So the answer to that, sorry, hon, my baby was waking up. To answer that question, I do feel like there's a possibility of a child, but not right now. This represents it will be probably too overwhelming or too overbearing right now to even consider that. I don't feel the energy right now. I'm not picking up a child happening anytime soon. So it's kind of saying like, again, things have to be resolved, things have to be, worked out first or fixed, like things have to be settled and organized first for that to even take place. I feel like there will be a couple of times where you will try. I do feel like you will try though, so that's a good positive um, thing. Like I do see you guys trying though eventually. I do see that happening, but not right now. This represents the idea of trying or the idea of it probably taking place, but not right now. For now, it's just an idea and it's something that, can manifest, but it has to be talked over. But I don't see that right now. But I do see a possibility maybe. What kind of career should I be looking for, or should I stay where I'm at? What kind of career? Again, I got this card again, which represents don't overwhelm yourself right now. Um, you know, don't try to do anything completely different right now, as I feel like it'll be too much for you. It'll be overbearing or overwhelming. So the energy I'm getting is you should just stay where you are right now, for now, and just continue doing what you're doing. Um, I don't see. There's this feeling though that like over this year, next year, it's going to be all about figuring out things, figuring out how things are going to work or settle financially, home life, things like that. So it's like all about like just getting your ideas out there and figuring out. So right now there's no need for a change. There's no need for anything to change right now, as I think that will make it actually harder or a struggle more. So they're saying to me to stay where you are now. Um, Stay where you are now and don't change anything for now. Just to stick what you're doing for now as it is good for now. Um, you asked me here, what should I be looking for? Or should I stay where I'm at? So since I'm saying you need to stay where you're at, there's nothing really you should be looking for. The only energy I'm picking up is like, work on yourself and like, work on, there's something I'm picking up mostly for you, emotional healing, a lot of emotional healing, working on learning to just love yourself and learning to um, just to cope with everything that you've gone through in the past year. Because I do feel like last year was really intense for you. So there's something about like you're doing good with what you're doing now. No need to overwhelm yourself. No need to do any drastic change. Just continue what you're doing and work on emotionally healing yourself and figuring out what needs to be resolved. Okay, so again, there's something I'm picking up with settling things, um, figuring out how things are going to be, home life, or your situation. and just focusing on that. I feel like if you focus on too many things at the same time, which is what this card means, you will overwhelm yourself or it'll be overbearing. So you should stick with what you're doing for now, okay? I do see a possible, I do see you possibly like looking for a new job within the next 2 years or year and a half or so, but for now I feel like you're okay and there's no need to change. Okay? So your next, and I can't pinpoint exactly what you should be looking for. They're really not telling me. They're just telling me the coast is clear, like it's good, like the timing will be great within a year and a half or 2 years to look for something new. But right now, it's not a good time. Okay. So your next question is, what kind of job will Chris get when he comes home, and how about how long would it take him to find one? All right. So job and career with Chris. Job and career with Chris. I do feel like Chris's job, it's gonna be like he's gonna find his job from a recommendation from a friend or from a certain person or somebody he knows. I feel like either he already knows the person and they already have the job ready for him, or like it's gonna be someone he knows that's gonna help him get that job. Okay, so keep that in mind. For him to find a job, how long will that take? I don't feel like it's gonna be that long, to be honest. I feel like it'll be within the most probably like 4 to 5 months, but I feel like he could find a job quickly within a couple of months. I feel that's what I feel. I feel like he'll only take 3 to 3 months or so, a couple of months. I feel like he'll find a job. I don't feel like it'll take him that long. I feel like he can find quick jobs. I feel like he'll be able to find a job quickly, because of that person that will help him, or recommendation, or friend will like kind of squeeze him in, or he'll start off getting a little bit of hours, but then they'll want him more. That's something I'm picking up for him. What kind of job will he get? I do feel like it's something out of the house. I do feel like it's either something with labor work, like construction, or like working on properties, or something with like labor work. There's something with labor work that I'm picking up, electricity or something, or plumbing, or something with like home stuff, or even property stuff. Definitely something with labor work I'm picking up with him. Okay. That's what I'm picking up. Something with labor work. And it's definitely out of the home. That's what I'm connecting with. And it'll be a company, most definitely a company of some sort. And it will be from somebody he knows, or somebody will squeeze him in, or somebody will give him a try. And the problem is that he'll work very little hours in the beginning, but then it'll get better. So that's what I see. I just see that time frame of him not having a job going to be a little bit of a struggle, but then it'll be okay. That's what I'm picking up with him. Definitely something outside, something has to do with labor work. Most definitely, I'm tuning into that. So that's what I'm picking up strongly. So I want to see if there's any last messages from Spirit for you, like any last advice for you to know before I let you go and I end the reading here. Like, I feel like for you, hon, it's like whatever's happening, like you have to be focused on your child or your children or the home life more. With like, I feel like that the situation's needed right now, because if you focus on like your job or career right now, I think it'll throw you off and it'll be too overwhelming. So it's like, just be in the now and just focus on what you have for now, right now. And that's it. I feel like that's the best. And just a lot of emotional healing that's going to be taking place. I'm going to see message from Spirit for you here. Your message from Spirit is, it's interesting because I'm talking about the emotional healing. This represents when your emotions are too, you're very sensitive. I feel like you're very sensitive, very connected with Spirit. I feel like you have psychic abilities, very strong. You're very connected to the moon energy, just all energy even with people, and and you feel things. So it's like, just focus on that emotional healing for now. Focus on not overwhelming yourself with emotion and being able to find ways to ground yourself more um, soon, recently in these days to come, find ways to ground yourself and to be still and be balanced, because that's very much needed. And don't beat yourself up about anything. Don't make yourself feel frustrated about anything or make yourself feel like I could have done better or why is this not working? I do my best in everything and I never get anything back in return. Like I work so hard. That's okay. You're going through that. That's okay. Maybe right now it's just a standstill or a delay or it's just supposed to be like this for now. It doesn't mean it's always going to be like this. I feel like it's just, the full moon just happened recently, so it's been, a lot of chaotic energy right now. So find time to ground yourself and one day at a time, take it easy. Don't do anything crazy like overwhelming. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. Do things slowly, slowly but surely. Go at your own pace. No rush, no rush. So I send you lots of love, my dear. I hope this was helpful and it was a pleasure being able to tune into your energy. I'm always here for you. And I send energy to you and your family. And God bless. And it was nice speaking to you. Bye now.